Hey, good morning, everyone. A warm welcome to our Masters, Hualien Dharma team, and brothers and sisters around the globe. The Saturday Hualien Dharma talk. A very good morning, and let us start the session for today. Today, I would like to share a short excerpted Master's speech. Purify the earth, purify people's heart. Purity from the source. Environment protection also starts from the source. Environment protection is cherishing the source of everything that exists. Nowadays, it is either about burying or burning. Burning causes air pollution, while burying hardens the ground. I keep emphasizing the importance of everybody engaging in environment protection. After collecting and classifying the resources, they can be remade into new items. By doing recycling, we are purifying the earth. By widely spreading the Dharma, we are purifying people's heart.感恩 for Master's teaching. Now let us send our sincere prayers into the 10 directions. May the Sahara land be free from disaster and peace prevails in the world. Let us sing the prayer song with sincere piousness.
In my heart, I feel deep gratefulness. All my heart is filled with sincere prayer. From all corners of the world, let us join our hearts and pray for a world of harmony and peace. In my heart, I feel deep gratefulness. May all the Buddhas hear my prayer. All united with one heart, let us end our hate with love. May there be no suffering hereafter.
May all minds be purified. May there be peace in the community. May there be no disasters in this world. Now let us pray together for universal love and blessing. With loving respect, gratitude, and confidence, let us wish every person in our lives a healthy body and enlightened mind, and a total fulfillment in universal love. Now let us expand this consciousness to include every person in the world, every being in the universe. Let our unified love make the wonderful world even better. Let us all immerse ourselves in the joyful embrace of universal love. Before we hear the wonderful sharing, let us invite our both masters to lead us in paying homage to the triple gems. Let us pay our respects for these teachings and explanations to the Buddha and Master Cheng Yen by making 3 sincere bows. Please rise, palms together. First bow. Second bow. Third bow. And a bow to our beloved Abode Masters who could join us today. Okay, today we have 2 sharers, Sister Michele, who will be sharing the topic of breakthrough in our lives. And we have Sister Celeste Fang, who will be sharing on the Plantārium, fostering sustainable development and community growth. Okay, before that, we'll share the weekly summary. I'll be sharing on behalf of Sister Suchi as she is volunteering in Lumbini. Okay, last Saturday, Brother Joe Fang and Brother David Liu. Okay, the summary for Brother Joe Fang. The switch of meanings turn in our mind. Yet how much wisdom can we find? From memory to understanding, the journey's long. It's action that makes consciousness strong. Kan'en is spoken with grateful intent, strange at first, but soon well spent. The sutra reveals truth in 5 parts, 3 of greatness, 2 for the heart. True knowledge sages see nature's flow, understanding the change, the wisdoms to grow. 12 links of life show the path ahead, from ignorance born to where all things are led. They guide us through life's every lane, helping us see there's no need for pain. Brother David, question number 1. No lying, no gossip, no words to offend, yet speak with kindness where truth should mend. Brother David, how does one balance the precepts, be mindful and clear, so that words can heal when spoken sincere? Answer for question number 1. Before speaking, consider their state and mind. Use wisdom with timing that's kind. Keep good affinities, speak less and be wise. Truth can wait or it might not rise. Question number 2. If resolve is weak, the path feels steep. Vows fulfill, yet one more to keep. Brother David, how do I awaken the heart with renewed intent and carry on my practice and my will be strengthened? Answer. Stay on the path, be firm, be true. Practice with purpose in all that you do. Don't fret on what's yet, just keep moving on. In good company, your strength will be drawn. Question number 3. Heaven's pleasures don't cultivate wisdom's deep roots, yet Maitreya waits there for Buddha's pursuits. Both hold truth, though they differ in view. Heaven's joy and purpose each hold value true. Answer. Heaven's a state we create in our mind. Within true peace and wisdom we find. Focus on Buddha's nature within. In every heart, enlightenment begins. Question number 4. What practices to do so my heart is kind? How do I practice to clear my mind? How do all I see with love and let judgment fall? How to practice compassion and grow through it all? Answer. Stay humble, mindful, and keep gratitude near. Ask your questions boldly without an ounce of fear. With diligence and care in every deed, true wisdom and growth will surely proceed. Kan'en for listening. Okay, so now I will hand over to Sister Moon for today's MC. Over to you, Sister Moon.
Hello, good morning, everybody. Yeah. Well, I'm happy to be back to host today after a very, very, very long time. It's a good thing for me because I was fighting a health challenge, and I'm very, very happy to be back today. And I'm even happier that I will be hosting two wonderful sisters, Sister Michele and Sister Celeste, on two very interesting topics. Let us start with Sister Michele. I think Sister Michele needs no introduction, yeah, because no less, Sister Michele is actually our past English group president in here in Malaysia. And she's in my mind, Sister Michele, you're always so gentle and so friendly, so approachable, right? And I know that you are now leading the Heartwarming for recycling, and so you'll be not just taking this portfolio, I believe, as a senior volunteer that has been with so long. I'm very sure that you are continuing to guide us in not just recycling, but in many other areas. And I would like to invite you now to talk to us on this breakthrough in our lives and to share with us on how we can value to our everyday living. Sister Michele?
Good morning. Thank you, Sister Tay. Thank you for the kind words of encouragement. And indeed, we are all in this learning together. And I think the biggest breakthrough for me is this morning, there's no electricity. And I was like in a panic mode, not sure whether I can really do this sharing, but here I am. And I think it's a chance for me to just improve in my sharing. So I will just share the video, my PowerPoint. Okay, this breakthroughs in our life actually is not like a major breakthrough, but along the way in our life, how do we go through challenges in our lives? This is my sharing, and it's all about life experiences that we go through, and we eventually, through these experiences, we get this wisdom to discern the right and wrong. And from the words of Brother Chin that I had the opportunity to listen to him yesterday, he said that this involves our breakthrough is actually involving our level of consciousness. And this platform allows us to know that whatever comes to our life, we take it through and we learn through, we actualize and practice the 6 parameter, which is the patience and the perseverance to go on in our life. Let our roots be grow deeper so that we can stay strong. Whatever storm comes, we are able to go through it. So that's the breakthrough in my life that I was talking about. It could also mean that there was this, my late dad's favorite phrase. He used to say in Chinese, 人生就是这样. So at that time, I couldn't understand what he means. But now I understand that life is like this. Life is like this. So either you go through this experience or you go through this difficulty or challenge, or you remain behind and not do anything about it. So my father's, what I see in my father was he was actually a shopkeeper, a small business, but he has in fact, I think he carried a very big responsibility we're very truly grateful that we are part of the family. And this is the business that he's in, that is able to feed us and give us education and roof over our head. Now, why I find that this very important, because my dad had a difficult time. I think a lot of people have a lot of difficult time, and they have to overcome these problems, challenges. My father was 3 years old, and he lost his father, and when he was 6 years old, he lost his mother. So he was kept by his elder brothers and 4 sisters. And I think these are the this red eggs that it's a reminder for me, from my dad, because I think at that time he was selling eggs, and eggs, if you don't sell it too fast, it may go bad. So he was able to use his innovation, his wisdom, to turn it into hard-boiled eggs, and then into this red egg, dyed in red, as birthday eggs. So I see this as a innovation, as a doing beyond our ability, our potentials. So this is one of the I feel something that inspires me. So now just a little bit about my story first, and along this journey, how I see myself grow, and also the challenges that I go through. So I was just 30 years old then, when a young colleague of mine, who was a human resource manager, resigned at a young age, and then volunteered in the church. I look at her and I said, I expect to be her. I like to be a full-time volunteer too. I like to serve society. And then at the age of 30, I said, I set my time to be 40 years old. I will become a full-time volunteer. But did it materialize? No, not at the 40 year. So, but I was, along the way, I was still very active in the sports club committee. I think if you look at me, as Moon say, I'm a gentle person. Actually, I was a very kind of wild person, and not wild as in that. It's more like I'll be able to dance, disco, Latin, ballroom dancing. These are all my favorite, karaoke, and this is how I spend my time. And life is like this, as my father said. How do we add values to our life? At that time, I didn't know what I wanted to do. All I need to do is, I'm in the sports club committee. I need to plan something. I need to make everybody happy. I need to make myself happy. And but I did not forget this aspiration of mine. So I think many things that happen to us, and we need to go beyond, or to have a breakthrough, is actually caused by fear. Fear is, I know the acronym, false evidence appearing real. So in our path, in the spiritual path, we also talk about a delusion. Yeah. So fear, illusion or delusion. Fear of public speaking at the age of 36 made me go beyond. I'm a person who is in the past very scared to talk or public speaking, and I had joined this Toastmasters club upon kind of like being forced to come into this organization. Yeah, but that's where I learned about even speaking impromptu, which was my biggest fear. I even, the one person in black beside me is my sister. She was the one who told all the Toastmasters members and said, please do not call her, or she will not come at all. So it's for a few months, I was just sitting there and listening. And so it's the same as in Tuti, first when we come into Tuti, we also just listen and see what's happening. So for me, this is a breakthrough in my life, one portion of my life, one phase of my life, which I overcome this fear of public speaking. So life is like this, you just need to have the wisdom to move on. the door into the Buddhist teachings started when I was age 41 years old. At that time, I had not, almost lah, I haven't been, it's not a volunteer yet, but I came across this, what is Buddhism? And this is what I was looking for a long time, because in the past, Buddhist teaching was always in the Chinese or Mandarin. So to me, what is Buddhism caught my attention. It was in the Theravada school. So this was kind of breakthrough for me, kind of realization that I need to have a spiritual path, and at age 40. And I attended this 9-week course on what is Buddhism. And after the course, I was invited for 2 retreats thereafter, but it never materialized. Each time I want to go for the retreat, my dad would fall ill. So both times one time he was hospitalized, and the other time he was not well. So I continue to do what I can. I didn't actually I know what is Buddhism now, but after that, what happens? I still continue to organize visit to the homes for my classmates. Eventually, I volunteered at the old folks home and a handicap center, but unfortunately, nobody was interested. So I was all alone, and all I did was to give food stuff. And this was to me doing good deeds, going there for 10 minutes to the home, put the foodstuffs on the table, and then leaving. So well, to me, this is also small breakthroughs, able to walk into an old folks home and a handicap center, and to be there for a few minutes with the residents there. And in 2003, it was through a colleague of mine where I taught her to dance, and that she asked me to join her at the old folks home. So I literally danced in the tutti. Again, it was a lot of apprehension. It took me 6 months to become a volunteer, and I'm glad that I ended up in the foundation with great teacher, great master, who guides us into this big beaker of Mahayana Buddhism. The true challenge came is about when I attend the progression training, and I'm sure all of us go through this challenge. Is that, oh, you have to go through a progression training? Oh, and that time I had to go to Malacca. It was 5 a.m. in the morning, and the challenge was also, in Chinese, and I had to have my benefactor, who is Sister Pei, to sit beside me and as translated for me. So I'm truly grateful for that. But 5 a.m. to Malacca, and vegetarian turn, 360 turn. When I joined Tuti, that was something that worried my family. I had to think how to solve these worries. And I even moved out of my house to my sister's apartment just so that I can do more Tuti work. So it is very tough at that time. It was it's like suddenly you need to do something, and all this fear comes to us. So to me, this is also something that I feel that I have taken up the choice to move out. So do I feel like leaving Tuti at any time? Yes, language was still a barrier in conversing with people, and what made me stick on was this formation of an English group, and the first English leader was Sister Yen Lan, and I took over English leader a year after her, and in the past the training commissioner, or not, no, sorry, I was the advanced commissioner, Pei Xin. At that time, we were already wearing blue t-shirts. There was no gray shirt with white collar. But that was when I was asked to become an English school leader. Of course, the fear arises. It's like, I'm just a very new volunteer. Can I do it? And how to lead in a Chinese-speaking group, and so on and so forth. Anyway, it took me very many months to take up this role. Again, these are small challenges that I overcome. And I think it was a good chance lah. And a year later, things progress in Tuti, and my life progresses as well. A year later, I was asked to take up this mutual love group leader. And of course, again, the fear comes in, and took weeks for me to respond to this and to accept this role. Often, I mean, it took me a while to say yes, because everything was in Chinese, yeah. So it was really fearful. And how do I accept this challenge? Do I not take up this challenge or take up this challenge? This is also something that has been in my mind for a while. And eventually I did, out of thinking that I will learn something from this. And yes, when I was asked to be when I was the group leader, then there were a lot of things that made me strengthen my faith lah, which is when I tried to speak Mandarin and said Gong Guan, which means the recycle public relations officer, against Guan Gong. So you see, when we make mistakes in our life, all right, we learn. When challenges come to us, we also learn. So we need to break through the horizon of ours in this comfort zone. So just by making this mistake, people don't laugh at you, but they laugh with you. So that it's also time that I thought I better learn up the Chinese. And the breakthrough is actually to be at our KJ center to join in the volunteer morning assembly and to look at masters and listen to masters speak with no English subtitle at 7 o'clock in the morning. Every morning is a challenge, yeah. But I had to, and I had even go to resort to writing in Chinese and making sure I do my homework. So it was more of a listening and writing and trying to understand what I learned in Tuti. Yeah? But what's most important is that from this learning as a Toastmasters, as a group leader, I find that the practice makes perfect. So we can break through all and see our potential in many forms. And one of the potential that I see in myself is further into writing. So when I started to in Tuti, I observed, as a role in the Hualien, I need to go to various team, and from there, this is where I learned how to write. And I actually think that part of my Toastmasters journey is actually not just to learn to public speaking and overcome my fear, but it's also about writing. And most of the time, I fear writing because I always think that my English is not good and I'm not able to write. But surprisingly, when we start to do it, when we break through our fear, you can see that I'm actually quite proud of my articles here. So from one article, it can when we write, we uplift someone's life. So I think that is a very beautiful part of life. And the second part was starting to write for the magazines. Small things like my first overseas mission, my journey in Turkey, where's the Buddha, and then blue sky, white clouds. This is when I lost my uniform to a snatch thief. So these are inspirations, and I find so much. It feels so good when you can see that you improve yourself and develop yourself in this in your daily life. Yeah. So more and more English. Oh, sorry, this is not. Okay, I'm going to skip that. Was my journey smooth? I think all of us will have challenges dealing with people, matter, and objects. Even as a Huai or mutual love group leader, I had to deal with a lot of people coming from USJ to Petaling Jaya up to Kota Damansara and so on. So it was a challenge, that I had a great team to work with. I look at this like a diamond being polished, like a lotus flower being growing out of the mud, like the onion being peeled out of the skin. I think my cultivation life is still a long path, but the small breakthroughs in my life helps. Yeah. Buddha has gone through many challenges, walked the path and paved the road. Dharma Master Chen Yen has also guided us, Master Chen Yen, our Sangren. And I have the faith in Buddha's teaching and Master's guidance. I think we all can overcome challenges. If there's a will, there's a way. And I think most important is to not forget our aspirations. Okay. So I seem to have opened the wrong video. Okay, I'm going to cut it off and then I'll show you another one. Sorry about this. These are small challenges that I'm seeing now. Just hold on for a while. Oh, I'm not shared, have I? I have not, yeah. Sorry for the delay.
It's okay, Sister Michele. Take
Everything
your
happens for a
time.
reason, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, I think it's this one. Let me see whether it's this one. Everything happens for a reason. I think so long as we know that we are we are going in a different choice or different path, we just have to get back to our path here. So again, this is okay. I shared up to here, and how I break through when I was in Taiwan. I took the many of us who went to Taiwan, and first time presenting a sign language is also a breakthrough for this whole team. We had to do it on the spot on the bus to do this sign language, and of course my first speech, which I think it's not about. I think joining Toastmaster had made me more talkative, want to talk more. But I think it's very important to thank our host. That's why I thought, we had to do it. Okay, so I've gone through this. Of course, 5 years later, I became the Harmony group leader. So on and it keep coming in to me. So I think, it's my something that I think is there for me to learn. And what does all these experiences mean to me? You can do it if you put our mind to it, break through and go beyond and see our potentials. Okay, so this was a potential that I see in writing. And one of the other stories that I'd like to share is about me and my uncle. How my uncle loved to go and see this exhibition on paintings, and seeing him going there, taking 2 buses to that place. We have this sudden urge that I think I want to help my uncle, so I will drive my uncle there. So when I drove my uncle to the center, every time it's just, I'm going to stop by the roadside and you will go into the exhibition center and then you come out, I'll be waiting for you here. That's what I did. But after a few weeks, or few times that my uncle raised this thought to go for exhibition, I became very curious. And this time I parked my car and I joined my uncle in this exhibition. And from the exhibition, I was amazed at the art pieces, and I was amazed at I was very surprised at my interest of my uncle at art, because I never go through this experience. So I think in Tzu Chi it's the same thing. When we want to take care of our care recipient, we actually need to understand them a little bit better. So of their interests, and also how to guide them, how to take care of them. So my uncle, I came to realize that I need to do more than this, more than taking my uncle to the center, art exhibition center. So it happens that that center is quite close to Tzu Chi's Jalan Bukit Bintang Jingsi Cafe. And there are many courses to take. And one of these is, it was fortunate that we were able to sign up the course for art. Yeah. So I took my uncle every week to the art session. And first thing my uncle said, I don't know how to draw. He only can appreciate art, but he doesn't. He said he doesn't know how to draw. Actually, my uncle, my uncle is 90 something now. Yeah. So that when he was about 87, 87. Okay, I took him for art. Yeah. And sorry, when it was 80. So these are the things, beautiful things that we, in our life, we never experience, and we think we don't know how to do it. We don't know that we have the potential. And after taking him there, wow, look at his art pieces, so good, so simple and nice. Yeah. And along this way, as I join him in the art class, I also see my potential, and also a lot of breakthroughs I never knew I had can draw. So I show you what I drew. It's not very nice, but I can do it. And the last one was a most interesting in watercolor of my brothers and sisters. So then I really think that I'm so glad I took up the choice of when you help somebody, when you benefit someone, you actually benefit yourself as well. This is what we learn in Tzu Chi as well. Okay, I'm more aware that everything starts with a single thought, like concern about somebody. Then I take action. How do I inspire my uncle to do something beyond what he has been doing? My uncle, unfortunately, had to take over, had become an adult overnight. Yeah? He was in when my uncle and the father and the mother passed away when they were young. So my uncle, all his life, he was also is a shopkeeper. So to experience all these things, like I hear from my auntie that he is actually very good in his study. It's just that because he has to become adult overnight at 16, he stopped studying. And I believe there's a lot of potential in him that it's not developed. Yeah. So I'm glad that I took him to the art classes. So no matter how small it is, it is something to inspire somebody as well. Then I think about my path in Tzu Chi has been actually very smooth. Just imagine every year I've been to Taiwan every year, almost every year lah. And our flight ticket and our train tickets has always been arranged by us, and for us, yeah. We always go as a group, and it is these last 2 years that is this actually recent trip that I realized how dependent I was on others. Just an air ticket, I hardly go traveling. So most of the traveling, I also will be local traveling. So if there's anything that involves air or train tickets, or even on the ship, it was my sister who does most of the things. So I became very dependent on others, even this year and last year. Last year, when I went to India, Bodhgaya, I was asked to get my own ticket, and I was like, "What? I have to buy my own ticket? I thought it's always by the staff in Tzu Chi, and no, you have to buy your own, because I'm going alone. But I was not alone. I was going with another person. So I depend on her as well. And I never learned. I never learned. So this year, just in July, I was asked to go to Taiwan to accompany the Indian student, the Indian volunteers who are in Taiwan to do a training to learn um, Mandarin. So again, I was thrust into taking my air ticket and train tickets. Air ticket wasn't that bad, because I still depend on somebody. So I got Riani to help me to get this. It's the fear in me is that I may get it wrong and the tickets. So it's still in me. I've not developed myself and progressed at all until I was asked to buy the train tickets. I kind of like, no, not the train ticket as well. And the fear came into me, and I was telling the other side, I'm not going to go anymore. So sometimes our bad habits keep us in this same condition. Our mind is so conditioned, we cannot break through. So I had to do it. I want to go. I had to do it. And I was, I think along the way, we should have faith that will be somebody who can ask for help or have benefactors. Yeah. So this time I didn't want anybody to do for me. The train air ticket, yes, I already done for me. But the train ticket is, I want to do it myself. How do I go about? So there were people who were helping me. So easy, you go to this and you just click this, click that. Wow, I thought I just have fear in public speaking, but I have so much fear in my life. And yeah, like my father says, life is like that. You either go through it or you just remain fearful. So I think from the train ticket experience, it actually moved me further. I become more. I think I thought I was very strong in my faith and strong in everything I do, but it's not. But from this train ticket experience, I told myself that I should be more independent. I should do a lot of things myself. So when I came back, I made a lot of decisions recently, including selling my cars. Selling my car, it was like, oh, what am I going to do? Who do I call? And all this fear came in again. But since I promised myself, I thought I had this breakthrough to go to this dealer and then sell my car within the 2 days, without buying my car. I think it's foolishness, but at the same time, I thought I overcome the fear lah. This is kind of a breakthrough lah. So I look at this man, Mr. Lee. He's the owner of the 99 Pasar Mini 99, and how his life, he has a lot of challenges, but he break through all these challenges, and his challenges is even worse than me. He had contracted polio, and he couldn't walk. He had to be in a wheelchair, and his father and mother could not support him, his education, things like that. And he was able to turn his mini market business into so many outlets and give so many people work. So I thought this is really an inspiration and something that is a breakthrough in one's life. So do not be just be satisfied with where we are. Keep going on, and I think when we go on, people that we meet, we will have. Brother Chin said, as you meet all these challenges and you overcome this, you break through each one of it, our level of consciousness also goes up. Yeah. So I think whatever challenges that we meet, their karmic debts or whatever, just go through it, and you'll find that you'll be a better person. Was my journey smooth? Yeah. Okay. All right. I've gone through that. And sorry. was my journey smooth? Yeah. So just remember the aspiration, and also remember this thumbs up. Here is that we should not walk this path alone. We need virtuous friends. And this thumb is a reminder for me, because when I was before going to Taiwan, I had a cut on my thumb. And I think thumb is very important. Thumb and big toes are very important. If you don't have a thumb, it's very difficult to open things, like opening a can of bottle of drinks. So this was what happened to me on the flight. Yeah, I couldn't open the bottle of mineral water, and I had to ask my the one sitting beside me to help me open. Try it this time. You just try to use your thumb when you have a cut and so on, and then you realize how important it is to work in a team. So the breakthrough for me is that from an individual person going to these homes and charity homes alone, and coming into a bigger organization and having to work together, because I had a chance to become a mutual group leader. I had to become a mutual love group leader. I had the chance to become the Hershey. All this is responsibilities. Like each one of us don't have to go through all this. Perhaps your level of consciousness is already very high, but just a small role like MC, or to take charge of this program or this session is good enough to see. Everybody goes through a different path, and my path is to go through this even more responsibility, so that I can see my true self, see my true intrinsic nature. Thank you for the opportunity to share. I hope that I are able to share my thoughts in a very smooth way. Kanan, I'm back to you, Sister Moon.
Yeah, thank you, Sister Michele, for your interesting presentation. So I know there is another dancer. We can go dancing together.
Yes.
Sister
I did
Michele.
that. In our city,
But,
we can do that as well.
Yeah. Life is not just responsibilities, there must also be fun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, you're looking at breakthroughs in every small thing that you come across, and you use them to help you to move forward in life and to be able to cross barriers. And I think that is something that is very positive. Most people would give a lot of excuses, including myself. All right. So thank you very much for your talk today. You use all small things to move yourself forward, but I think also that it is that you have already a seed of benevolence in you from very young, from the beginning. 30, when you were 30, I don't have that seed when I was 30 for sure. And I was just thankful that when I was so much older, and I have sisters like Carping and all that who were my benefactors. Yeah. But at 30, if you have that seed, you already came with a seed, in my opinion. Yeah, with this benevolent seed. And it has taken you to a very good path in your life, and then you would have benefited so many people other than yourself, other than your own family. Thank you so much for your time for today, for sharing this with us. I surely would like to meet up with you one day and talk more about your things. Yeah, especially public speaking. A lot of people fear public speaking, including myself, and it was only very much later that I'm able to overcome it. When I started working in school, I was positively terrified when a teacher calls me just to stand up and answer a question. I've been someone,
Yeah.
So for everybody else, if you have the time, if we don't have the time to take too many questions from Sister Michele, if you want to ask something now, would you like to ask something? If not, then you would move on to our next speaker. And if you have the time, then in Jingsitang and you meet Sister Michele, we're all welcome to have a talk with you, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Thank you.
So I think then we will move on to our next speaker, Sister Celeste from Taiwan. And her subject on Plantārium, I think, is a very interesting subject. I am excited to know what she will be sharing with us on this. And I would like to invite Sister Celeste to come on board. Perhaps, Sister Celeste, you would start by telling us a little bit about yourself first before talking about the Plantārium. Sister, over to you.
Yes. Thank you so much for your invitation. Good morning, everyone. My name is Celeste. Before I start to present what Plantārium is, I would like to introduce myself to everyone a little bit. As you may know, as you may not know, that I'm also a city volunteer for more than 10 years. It took me more than 11 years to put on the uniform. It was a long journey. I was quite rebellion, and I think everything's happened for a reason, just like what the sister said earlier. So that's why I'm here today, because the journey is really long and a lot of things are unexpected, and that's why it's like come across to who I am today. And I'm really honored to be here, to be part of the, I would say, community, to share what we're doing now and why it's important for everyone. And also, as we may know, Master Junyan has been promoted the new lifestyle. I'd like to call it a new lifestyle because we're trying to attract more people to join us on this journey, which is to become not like a vegetarian or vegan, or even just try to have like a meal, okay, a veggie meal every day. And both of my parents, they were Tzu volunteers as well. Unfortunately, I wasn't influenced by them. So let me start my sharing today. It's my great pleasure. Thank you. And feel free to like type your question into the chat box so I could share more with you, all right? Okay. Hold on for a second. Right. So the topic today that I would like to share is about the place that we have in Taipei. And since we've got a lot of Jinsitan, right, everywhere around the world, while we're having another place, which is called Plantārium, to welcome more people from different religions or different backgrounds, we try to cultivate a place for everyone who can like just easily to walk inside and to find anything that could inspire them in their day-to-day life. So that's why we take these innovative initiatives and future directions for the environmental, both environmental and social impact. So echo to what sister just said about fear. For me, there were so many times that I really want to quit because they're so things are so unexpected, just like what I mentioned earlier, and we're facing a lot of challenges as well. But I like to share this quote, both of the quote with everyone here is, fear could also stand for forget everything and run. Okay, that's one thing. Second, face everything and rise. I think that's why we're here today. We try to face the challenges. We try to find out what we could do instead of like feeling fears all the time and trying to do something differently. So I would like to break my session into 4 parts today, which is about what is Plantārium. Actually, it's a shortcut. It's a path, the path to sustainable living. So let me play the video for everyone. I'm sorry, this is the Chinese version, but you could try to take a look at the pictures and then see the photos inside to see what makes Plantārium today. 2022. It was a KTV. So it was like that before. Mr. Yao, yeah. Brother Yao started to design this place. Everything started from scratch. And I was lucky to be part of the project ever since then. Sorry, let me play back one more time. Sorry. Yes. So basically, we renovate everything, remove all the barriers, remove all the unneeded equipment or facilities everywhere. This is the first floor, and it's also under 东区会所, which is also one of our 联络处. So we tear down the door, and we're having conversations with different partners. And now Plantārium is a place for everyone to come, to have a cup of coffee, to enjoy the lunch, to have the class of cooking or baking. It's a place we're expected to do things good together with everyone. So why do we have this place? Is due to the pandemic, and we both know that the climate change is highlighting the consequences of for human overcoming Earth resources. Especially Taiwan is an island, and we've encountered a lot of floods recently. Yeah, to be honest with everyone, and also the earthquakes. So to restore our environment, we must change our relationship with nature. That's why we're committed to promoting sustainability, reducing carbon emissions, and adopting eco-friendly lifestyles. And we think, if not us, who? If not now, when? Because Master Zhen always told us that we have really scarcity of time, and it's 来不及, which means we should be hurry. So I would like to share this word with everyone here is respect. The beauty of life comes from taking every matter seriously, which is also equal to what Master Daniel always taught us, like be mindful. So this is like these two words carved in my mind and in my brain and in my heart, because I would never forget taking this job as also like the biggest challenge in my life as well, because there's so many things that no one has been doing it, or like unexpected like challenges or changes, okay, that happen so fast every day. So I would try to share what does this word respect coming from. It comes from responsibility, it comes from empathy, sincerity, pureness, eco-friendliness, connection, technology. So it's all the seven aspects, the seven core values that shape who we are today: to be responsible for this planet, to be empathetic to this environment, to all the living beings around us in this world, on this planet. And so we try to have different approaches for different people or different, parties. So that's why we have very special, like I would say, means, ways, approaches for customers. Why do we call them customers? Is because we've got a lot of people who share the same religions with us. They would go to Jingsi, they would go to our Jingsi town, right? But for the others, they would regard us as a temple, which is really interesting, based from my knowledge when we first started to open Plantārium with many different people from different places. They told me that, oh, I thought Jingsi Temple, Jingsi Town is a temple, and it's not for everyone. So we've got another chance to explain what is Jingsi Town for. And also, Plantārium is a place that people would like remove all the labels that they expected. So it's a space for social good. We have curations, workshops, lectures, and teaching to connect and empower everyone. And we've got Jingsi Books and Cafe 2.0. It's version 2. I will share the details with you later. It's a place where we could connect with others by words, which means the book, or it could be the conversation, and oneself through books. There's a supermarket. We're promoting plant-based lifestyle. It's convenient and it's approachable. And the most important thing is eco-friendly, earth-friendly. And number 4 is it's a culinary hub. Why? Because it's a 3-in-1 space with combining a restaurant, bakery, and cooking classroom. So it's a great place for our customers to see, okay, what we're trying to share. As we may know that people really don't like to be educated and in boring ways. So we try to have really interesting curations for everyone so they could come here. If they need us, we could have a tour guide for them. Okay. And if you don't want us to interrupt them, they could just stand there and wandering all the 5 really cool tables. They could explore the content for themselves. They could find a place to read, which is our Jingsi Cafe, and they could find a place to shop, to eat, and also it's a great place for everyone to relax. And we've got 2 classrooms right over there. So one is for cooking, the other one is for baking. And the most important thing is we try to teach something. We try to let the people learn something, even it could be a tiny step. We didn't offer the towel to dry their hands in the toilet. We use the hand dryers. So it's like sharing how do we try to protect our planet, and we're using recycled toilet paper as well. So from these really tiny things, we try to let the people know that everything can be the change and we could do something differently in our day-to-day life. So our customers would be able to be connected, because once they come here, they will see, wow, this is how we could have real practice in terms of sustainability, and also to be open-minded, because things are so different than coming from the textbooks, or then what the people just talk about, oh, you should recycle, or oh, you should become a vegetarian, you should not blah 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 blah. We try to get people to be open-minded and with less insecure in this place. We try to be empathetic. We try everyone to be that they feel that they were empowered, so they could do something marvelously just from tiny changes. And so people could be inspired. And this is a place for like business or for enterprise, for the, I would say the governments. Also, we could find a lot of cool NGOs like us. They would come here to rent this place to hold a lot of cool events. So as you can see from the picture on your left-hand side, this is a place where we have our curations. The curation, the behind this is because we want to share what is going on this planet, and what we could do together as an individuals. And as you can see from the right hand side, we got really cool workshops, not only hosted by us, by Plantārium, but also by really great speakers, KOL, KOC, companies, really big alike, influencers. So they share the topic about how to turn yourself into a KOL or how to like become an influencer. So just like what we're doing now, what everyone is waking up so early in the morning because we want to do something different and we want to learn from each other so we could grow and we could become more powerful and impactful to others. And so there are 8 themes that we're targeting in this place. The first one is sustainable dining. The reason why I like to use sustainable is because we're trying to have different approaches to different like group of people. So we try to tell them that, oh, you could try to have a new lifestyle, which is a sustainable lifestyle. So we're trying to promote plant-based living and just be mindful, and we have more mindful choices at the table. Number 2 is public welfare initiatives, enhancing connections and interactions among community supporters to foster empathy. So that's why we do have a lot of cooperation with the local government, the Xinyi district. We tell people, why do we need to take care of ourselves? Because of the earthquakes, because of the severe rain happen like more and more and in the summer, and also now we're having another typhoon, as to my knowledge, is coming next week. Number 3 is creative education. I think as a person who works in education field industry domain for more than 28 years, there is no end for me to stop learning. So nurturing talent and fostering creative thinkers is what we're trying to do because we want people to have critical thinking about what they're doing and why it's important, why it's going to, like, I would say, on the negative ways to destroy this planet. But on the good hand, what think about the bright side is what we could do to restore, okay, what the planet should be like. And number 4, it could be the healthy living. So that's why last year we welcomed a 25 a magazine who was celebrating their 25th anniversary, and they invite a really great doctor to share the healthy lifestyles and cultivating inner strength for everyone. And also, we welcome the people who, or the enterprises or individuals to share ecological environment. So valuing nature's foundations and ensuring a clean environment for future generations. That is what we're targeting for. We're saving all the resources. We're stop like taking more from this planet. Number 6 is about circular economy. Um, we try to commit it to a resources recycling industry system while promoting a good economy. And 7 is charitable society. So we would hold our hands with different NGOs to support the people. We think that they could influence more like communities or members, all right? So like BNI or like the Lion Club to encourage goodwill and social activities without discrimination. And number 8 is rural revitalization, fostering regional industrial growth and promoting local culture. In Taiwan, we're facing the same situation just like in China. I have been living in China for more than 11 years, and the local government, they were trying to attract more youth to go back to the rural area because we know that the cities are overwhelming and we do need more people to go back to their hometown to do down something differently. That's why we highlight these 8 themes for people to come here to share maybe from the workshops or forum based on these 8 themes. So this is a green forum that we held last year. We invite 5 renowned experts from academic and industry to share insights on the journey from farm to table, enhancing green sustainability and building a green supply chain. I think it is very important for us, for all those enterprises, to know that what they're doing matters because behind them, they're accountable like families and individuals. So what they're doing is really important for our planet. And we also have a really, I would say, cool curation. And it's about a bite of veggies sparks instant change. So it's from plan to plate. We're promoting a new lifestyle is we're not forcing everyone to become a vegetarian or to become a vegan in one day. Okay. On the other hand, we try to encourage people to try, to take a bite, to see, wow, so this is what a veggie meal looks like. It's not nothing more like just vegetables or tofu. Instead of doing so, we got more options and more interesting choices for them. So our curation is for people to understand the impact of plants on the environment and for harmony, okay, for community. So we have different tables for them to learn what's going on with the environment and what we could do. And as to the packages, we know that we use a lot of plastics. So what else we could do to replace plastics? And in terms of local food and eat seasonally, what else we could do? And for a lot of the meat, people would think that to have a vegan meal or vegetarian meal is not healthy. It's less healthier than the regular, what we so-called or what we learn from our education. Is like the food pyramid, right? So once you have meat and have fish, but that's not true. We've got so many options now. So we share about what you could do to benefit your vitamin B to get to help you sleep well at night. You could have kiwis, all right? So these are the content that we try to share and make it interesting. So the very first table, as you can see from here, is we try to let people know global warming will take away our daily lives. Actually, it's taking away our daily lives little by little because of the pollution. So we let the people see from these cool glasses before we humans polluted the oceans, what was it look like? All right. And every purchase is a vote for the world that we want. So as you could see from the table, these are the straws made from the sugarcane bagasse or from the coffee beans or from a really cool, I would say the garbage from the farm. All right. And so these are really great resources that could reuse instead of manufacturing more plastic containers from the unnecessary materials. Now, inside the place, I like to call it a 方便法门. It's like an expedient means. So many different ways for people to come to Plantārium. It's like a Doraemon taking out that door. So it's like everywhere you could go, everything that you would like to see. And the first thing is the Veganala. It's an exotic vegetarian light buffet featuring fresh natural ingredients for a healthy and dining experience. And so this is a great place for people to try. Oh, so beyond vegetable and tofu, we have so many different options, and we could have a healthier diet based on the meals like this. As you can see, they're colorful, and we try to use really great materials like tempeh, which has a lot of protein. And we have a really cool supermarket called Noemi. It's a vegan shopping environment for everyone, offering fresh fruits and vegetables and ready-to-eat foods and household cleaning products as well. As you could see from the right-hand side, there's also a great place for you to bring your own containers for naked shopping. So we're trying to demonstrate what you could do in your day-to-day life to have a sustainable lifestyle. And we've got really two cool classrooms. One is it's called Veggie School. There are two minis behind Veggie School, which is Veggie's really cool, right? Veggie's cool. And the other one is Veggie School. We go to this Veggie School to learn to cook vegan, to cook vegetarian stuff. So on the left hand side, you can see they're making really great dishes. Okay, with the really like natural ingredients, carrot or the chilies and the peppers, a lot of great like mushrooms. On the right hand side is they're taking this baking class because they need to deep fry the stuffings inside the pie. So that's why they're baking. Okay, they're deep frying in another baking classrooms. All right, and this is 近思. Our version 1 is more, we could see the colors would be brown. And for 近思version 2, 2.0, we're targeting for different groups of people. Now we have students, people who works as freelancers. Even I met some foreigners. Okay, one of the really interesting customers who would come regularly is Gary. He comes here like every week because he has his English class here, tutor, okay, with his students. And Gary is from America. He's also a vegetarian, and he told me that this is a great place for him. So he could be, it's like a body, mind, spirit place for him to calm down and to have a great class with his students. So this is our 近思version 2. As you can see, the decoration is different, and the most important thing is we don't have to take off our shoes anymore. So people will just easily to come inside to this space to explore, to have a cup of coffee, or to have a meal, or even to buy some really cool products from our shifus and from Hualien, right? So this is the 5 sense experience, immersive 5 sense experience for us to have with the students. As you can see from the left hand side, this is one of the team members from Plantārium, Trista, Tiffany, and Yvonne. All of them were sharing what do we have in Plantārium for the students. Now we have more than 550 senior high school students to come to Plantārium to have a meal, to listen to what's happening, what's going on with our planet, and then to have the DIY cooking class, and then go back to the seats where we're having our like tables and videos for them. And then at last they will sit down and reflect what they had done, and they will share their thoughts, and they share their ideas about what they get from this journey today. So this is another new project that we're having because of the 企业共善, the enterprises. They donate the money, they make their donations. So for the students, because they do think education is really important, where we could plant the good seeds. All right, so we have to thank you thanks for the Rongdong, okay, for them to share this, to be really generous, to have this great mind side, to encourage the students to become here. So we have this educational I don't want to use the word lecture, but we just try to share the possibility for them to get to know when we talk about the over package, what does that mean? And when we talk about climate change, what are we really facing now? And also engaging thoughtfully with students through mix of static or dynamic or like activities for diverse and really great, I would say, opportunity for them to learn. All right, so we have to observe the opportunity to teach, not just ask them to sit there and to put their hands on their thighs. Okay, if you have any questions, raise your hand. No, we try to be more like interactive, to design more activities with them, to be involved, to be engaged. That's why the students, they were interested, and look at their face. they think that this is really great opportunity for them to try. And as you can see, that this is me also trying to demonstrate what you could do with tofu. And take a look at this students right over here. They do think that they never had a taste before, and this like encourage them to try to have a different choice in the future, which is try the vegan meal or vegetarian meal. And learning to understand the language of students is also very important. From time to time, we think that we have to tell people you should stop eating animals, or you shouldn't do this or shouldn't do that. But for us, we're trying to use their own language to share what's going on this planet, so we could plant the seeds of kindness in their heart, not just to like to give a lecture or trying to tell them that it's not okay to eat this or to eat that because of blah 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 blah. So this is really interesting for me, and I would like to play this really quick for everyone. So we use the worksheet for them, so they would try to think and reflect, and they share, and they would try to be engaged in all the activities. And this is our slogan: do good together. And this is how they do enjoy the meals, because it's a buffet. So a lot of them took 2 rounds or 3 rounds. And we encourage the students to try to participate in our cooking class. And they did it. And after that, they write down a wish, they make a wish on our wishing wall. And we're so happy to do something differently together. So we got a lot of cool feedback from the students, but I would like to highlight one. There was one student, he stood up and held on the microphone, and he said, "Meat is really delicious." And I was like, wow, what I'm going to do next. But he says, "Earth is way more important than meat." So we never know what we like plant in their mind, in their heart. But we know that even from these tiny steps, we could encourage the students to have critical thinking, to think differently. Because for me, just like what Nelson Mandela said, education is the most powerful weapon which we could use to change the world. And that's why what Plantārium is doing. We try to use different methods to share this new lifestyle, to share about what we're doing to the students, to the enterprises, to the government workers, to the other NGOs, to the individuals. And now we are really lucky to have the enterprises to support the foundation, and we have more schools to join us to come to Plantārium, because this is the path to sustainability. And we do believe that with our mindset, we could do something differently to benefit this whole, I would say, creatures on this planet. So it's really nice to work under the foundation and to have a really different approach. All right. And the next thing is we just celebrate our first anniversaries in June. And we have music, veggies, and public. We do a lot of really cool things. Okay. Let me read. So take a look at this. Because at the time we faced the earthquake in Hualien, we try to encourage the people to donate, and we have this singer join us. Even though you could bring your own containers, utensils, everyone can be really impactful. So this is a song composed from the singer, and we encourage the youth to use their own way to take good care of this planet. So we have really great volunteers to join us to do something good together. So as you can see from the pictures, we have really interesting the Shiji, which is like a market for everyone to have this vegan food or vegetarian food. As you can see, Phoebe, Isaac, and Trista, and everyone, and Tiffany, Yvonne, and me that's here. And we got really cool volunteers to join us to promote this new lifestyle. We have really great games to share about SDGs with them. If we want to go fast, we could go alone. But if we want to go far, we must go together. This is why I'm here today, because I do need and we need more people to join us to do something good together. I know change is really scary. For people, they would say that, oh, I couldn't. It's really hard for me to stop eating meat. But I would say that staying the same is the same. Try to take one bite of the veggies. Try to eat like fewer, okay, to eat that meat every week, every day. So we could also be really impactful. Although we have a lot of challenges, I think all the challenges are great chances for everyone. And where we are, we're under Dongqu Lianluo 2. We're over the next to the Songshan Railway Station. So I do really welcome everybody to come here to visit us, to share your insights, and then also to bring your friends, your families here to know we have another new lifestyle. So follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or our line to get more information. Especially, we have really cool content on Instagram to encourage more youth, encourage more group of people to try to know what Plantārium is doing, even from a really short reels or from short videos or from something that is interesting. So that's all from me today. My name is Celeste. I would encourage everyone to take action now. Thank you so much for your time and for your listening.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much, Sister Celeste. This
Thank
is
you.
really inspiring. Yeah. And Sister Celeste, I wanted to ask if there's somebody in the group that would like to have questions, because I have one or two. But before we forget, can we all switch on our video so that we can take a group photo first before I forget? Sister Lily, will you take the photo for us? Everybody, switch on your camera.
Thank you.
Is that all right? Are we done, Sister Lily?
Sister Trimun, not convenient to take, but very inspiring sharing and
Sister Stephanie?
Michelle and Sister Celeste. Not convenient for me to switch on the video, sorry.
Okay, all right. Is that okay, Sister Lily? Okay, I think we can switch off our video. Can I ask if there is any questions from the floor for Sister Celeste regarding this topic? No? Well, I have a bit of one question. Is that
Sure.
your take on the rural revitalization, which I find to be very, very interesting, because I think that too many people are living in big cities.
Yes.
Even in Japan, right? Even in Japan, I was told that there is a movement to move. I mean, young people are actually opting to move back to the natural environment of their home village or something like that. With our Plantārium, of course, we are educating whoever we can touch, whose lives we can touch. But will it be on a program of Tzu Chi to have more planetariums in our organization? Besides that, then are we also are we also inspiring other NGOs to similarly, or even other, you plant this seed in somebody and he takes it back home and he become an entrepreneur and he builds something like that. Is it that? Is it more on our own city, or is just inspiring everybody?
I think for me, from my perspective, what I see from Plantārium during this nearly 2 years to the next June, it's not only for Tzu Chi members or for Tzu Chi. I would see a lot of entrepreneurs. They would come and visit, and they would say, okay, they could have like a dining for the meals like this in their companies or in their factories. So for me, I think this is just a place we can demonstrate the different possibilities for everyone for what you could do as an individual or as an entrepreneur or as, the teacher. So we have the schools coming, right? So Plantārium, I think it's a concept, it's a platform for everyone to join us, to take a look at what we're doing and to take away what you think you could do as an individual or as a group of people. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, what comes to my mind is that this is the most skillful means to engage and attract people towards taking care of the environment. Congratulations. I can
Thank
find
you so
no
much.
better word for this. This is an amazing, skillful means.
Thank you so much. As like Master Zhen Yan
Yeah,
says that we have to encourage more people based on different religions or beliefs or different backgrounds. So that's why I'm not wearing uniforms. I'm wearing like really casual outfit or smart casual when I'm working, because I'll have to welcome a lot of entrepreneurs, the government workers, and a lot of different people from different backgrounds. So they won't label us as, oh, so you're the Buddhism. That's why you're having this vegan meals here. No, it's like it's out of this. There's no boundary for us. Yes.
All right. Fabulous, fabulous. So it's also so inclusive as well.
Yes, it's very
with this
inclusive.
concept, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
All right. If there are no further questions, we are at our 8 o'clock. Thank you so much, Sister Celeste, for your time. Thank you all for staying and spending your time to listen to this very inspiring session. We would, if nobody has any questions, I will close this session, and I ask you to stand up and let's pay our respects before we close the session. Okay. Let's put our hands together and make the first bow. Second bow. Third bow. And a bow to our master abode. Okay, sisters. Thank you very much. And we wish you all a very good day and a very good week ahead. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you, sisters. Cảm ơn Sister Simon, cảm ơn Sister Celeste and Sister Michelle for wonderful sharing. Cảm ơn.
Yep. Yeah.